Sorry, I was just adjusting my camera as I looked up. It was falling. So let me just get it back where it needs to be. Hang on. And stay. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome along. It's Thursday, the 19th of March. Chaotic as always. Thank you very much for joining for another 50-question quiz of what is also the final quiz as well of Year 6. Well, final Thursday quiz of Year 6. There's still one more quiz on Saturday night as well. But yeah, this is the last quiz of Year 6. What? Next Thursday, we celebrate 6 years and we start Year 7 of quizzing. What? Firstly, where is the time gone? Secondly, how on earth have I made it to 7 years without sort of either really highly offending anyone or getting cancelled? I mean, I'm quite impressed with that myself. And the fact that there is still, there'll still be a couple of thousand of you here this evening. Things that keep me up at night. Anyway, good evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. There's suddenly a mass exodus as everyone remembers why they're here. But yeah, hope you're all well. Yeah, celebrating 6 years next week. Jeepers. Yeah, it's crazy. I still can't get my head around any of it, but there we go. So yeah, we're getting started then in just over 9 minutes time this evening. What's up with my throat tonight? Something stuck in my throat. But yeah, starting in just about 9 minutes time, so make sure you've got plenty of time to get your pens and paper at the ready. Just before I went live, I was just flicking through the YouTube live chat, and I think it was BT who said that I am the chauffeur and pilot. Have you been watching my computer this week? Because I have been playing Flight Simulator and been trying to get my pilot's license on there. So have you been stalking me at some point this week? But yeah, no, I've been trying to get my pilot's license. Trying to do the lessons on Flight Simulator in some downtime, which is very rare. But yeah, so I'm being stalked. Hope you're well though. Right, let me say hello to some of you lovely people this evening before we get going. A couple of things to talk to you about as well, because you've still got time to get involved in next week's anniversary quiz, but I'll talk to you about that in a bit. Good evening, first of all, to Kieran and Lorna. It's a beautiful evening, spring has sprung. It's not a beautiful evening. There's not a cloud in the sky, but it's still blinking cold outside. But spring has finally sprung and there's not a cloud in the sky, so let's stay indoors and do the quiz. Yeah, good evening to Kieran and Lorna. Hope you're both well. Good evening to the newbies of Linda and Claire and the Bakewell Tarts of Claire and Brian. Good evening to both of you. Hope you are well. Good evening to Steve and his wife Jane, who said, if you had to take one of your earlier quizzes, how do you think you'd do? Now, I did say that next week there was going to be some videos where I had attempted to play my own quiz. So I've recorded one and I've scrapped the idea because it is awful. Not me playing the quiz. Me playing the quiz was fine. But how the actual video came out was shocking. And I wasn't prepared to put it out. It's an idea I'll have to look at down the line. I didn't do too badly, actually. I got 43 on one of my own quizzes. I think it was from about 2022. Yeah, not well, because I don't retain knowledge. It goes in one ear and out the other when I'm writing these quizzes. I probably wouldn't do very well on last Saturday's quiz. But yeah, for those of you who were expecting that next week, I've scrapped the idea for now. It was awful. You had a video of me on screen with the questions, but no sound from that Jay who was on screen. But you still had a version of me that was also on screen with my answer sheet, which then meant you could see all of my answers, but I was trying to do that so you could see that I wasn't cheating, and it was just a bit chaotic. So I need to find a better way to do it, basically. And I will do it at some point, because it is a fun idea to get you guys to play along with one of my own quizzes that I've written at the same time as you guys play, and I'm playing it at the same time. It's a bit chaotic, but yeah, so I need to think about it more. It just didn't translate very well. But yeah, I think it was 43 I got, so I was quite happy with that. So yeah, good evening, Steve and Jane. Good evening to Nicola Gregory. Hello to you. Good evening to Linda Herring as well. Hope you are well. Good evening to, please can you say a happy birthday to Teresa for Monday and to Angie for today. The Fallen Angels will be here later, so happy birthday to Teresa and to Angie. Hope you have great days. Hope you had a great day today, Angie and Teresa, for Monday as well. Good evening to Keith and Pat in Andover, going for another 50 out of 50. Good evening to you. Hope you are well. Good evening to Jill. The usual suspects will be there. Jill is back from Tenerife, so Jill and Ross will be playing. Mr. Quiz. There are very few in Tenerife. Well, yeah. There's I know of two. They are down towards Las Americas. There's a friend of a friend of a friend does a smartphone quiz, and then there is one that a couple of years ago I went to with my good friend Haley, her husband Martin, and Sarah, and everyone. We came and joined along. So there is a few knocking around. They're not very well advertised. That's the only problem when you're out there. So yeah, good evening to all of the usual suspects. Good evening to Judith Williams as well. Hope you are well. Good evening to BTJ. You said last week that the YouTube live chat reminded you of a random community pub where everyone gets together. Now thanks to Kieran, the pub has a name, so we will all be chatting in the Tudor Arms at 7 p.m. tonight. Good luck to everyone. Are you sure? Because I know Sir Bill Tudor of Legend Shire isn't with us this evening. So did he leave one of you the keys so you can let yourselves in? Because otherwise you're in big trouble and you'll be stood outside right about now. Good evening to the WEG 4 Southern contingent. Quizzing from this week's tongue twister for you. Oh, okay, go on then. In Guimarães. Guimarães? Yeah, we'll go with that. Guimarães, Portugal. And an hour earlier than last week in Spain. Quiz question, why? Because you're slightly further over. Although, weirdly, you're slightly further over, but then you're kind of in line with Tenerife, which is... Yeah, no, because you'll be back on... You're closer to GMT, so you're an hour earlier. So if you're in Spain, because you're Spain side, you're over to... Yeah, that's why. It's all to do with the lines and stuff. But yeah, good evening also to Jim and Selena in the frozen north. Broke out the shorts in Guimarães today. Well done. To be fair, it's nearly shorts weather here, to be perfectly honest. So, good evening to Irene and to Bob. Looking forward to the quiz tonight. Please say happy 12th birthday for Sunday for our granddaughter Amber. Wow, Vicky, you kept that one incredibly quiet. But also good luck to I know it's not yours. I'm assuming your sister. Also, good luck to Vicky and Ben. We are closing that gap, albeit very slowly. But yeah, good evening to all of you guys. Hope you're well. Good evening to Moogie and Phil. They have their collective bums on seats ready for the quiz of the week. I was talking to someone a few weeks ago about this. It still surprises me that so many people have got these incredible routines on a Thursday night where they have to have everything done in a set way and then are settled into their positions wherever they are. And it's always, yeah. It's quite incredible that these routines are still here. I love it. Good evening to Joan over on Instagram as well. I've got a few others. Where did I get to? Where did I have? Good evening to Liz of Mill Lane Mob. Oh, hello. That doesn't bode well. My preview window just shut down. Yeah, good evening to Liz of the Mill Lane Mob Fraternity. Yeah. Around about that. The Mill Lane Mob Fraternity celebrating 21 years old tomorrow, plus a substantial amount of VAT, but we won't say how much. So yeah, good evening to you, Liz. Happy birthday for tomorrow. I believe you are going out into Manchester and to Pizza Express. There is a joke in there somewhere, but I am not going to make it. I'll leave that for you all to make that up yourselves. So yeah, no, happy birthday, Liz. I hope they will spoil you absolutely rotten, which I am sure they will do. What have I got? Minute and 44. So it went up on socials yesterday. Next Thursday's quiz. There's always one, isn't there, on a Facebook post? Everything else is absolutely positive, and there's always one. So let me just explain. I'm asking you to send in your, and I've had loads of questions already, and there's some really, really good ones. So go to quizhub.co.uk/anniversary, and it will give you a form for you to fill in and suggest your questions that you might want to see on next week's anniversary quiz. So the 6-year anniversary quiz is written by you. Yes, you. Well, maybe you. Maybe not you, but you and you and you. So yeah, but the way it's going to work is I think I'm already got I think I'm already up to about 70 odd questions. So there might be Thursdays and Saturdays quiz that are written by the community. So send your questions in. I will then collate them. I'm not just gonna like pull the database and just read them off without checking them. So the quiz will still, in theory, will be written by me, but it's not. I'm just going to collate everything. I'm just going to put everything into place. So yeah, for the rest, you send in as many questions as you want. I don't mind if you've sent in one or you've sent in 30. It really doesn't. I mean, you'll have to do the form again and again and again, like, so yeah, so just send in your questions. So quizhub.co.uk/anniversary. That'll take you straight to the form. Send your questions in, fill in the form with as much details, and as I go through the night, I will go through. You can send as many Spice Girls questions as you want, Haley. There's no guarantees I will go through all of them. But yeah, no, so send your questions, and I will pick through the best. Not necessarily the best. That's probably the wrong word to use. I will pick through some of them. And the ones that I think will work beautifully with the quiz as well. And the ones that I've got left over, I'm probably scatter them around other quizzes over the next few months. Yeah, probably the best way to do it. Anyway, right, grab your pens and paper, get yourselves all comfy and settled in. Welcome along. It is Thursday, the 19th of March. As I said, the final Thursday quiz of Year 6. Ladies and gentlemen, the final Thursday quiz of Year 6. Here we go. We're going to start with some sport and leisure for you this evening, and we will start with this for number 1. In the Tour de France, a rider wearing the polka dot jersey means they are what? Is it king of the road, king of speed, king of young riders, or king of the mountains? So in Tour de France, a rider wearing the polka dot jersey means they are what? King of the road, king of speed, or king of young riders, or king of the mountains? Number 2, in which pastime would you use techniques like throwing, hand building, wedging, and glazing, and use a firing oven called a kiln? Number 3, when it was a part of the Olympics between 1900 and 1920, who achieved the most medals in the tug of war? Was it the USA, Sweden, Belgium, or Great Britain? Yes, it was an Olympic sport. I've done a question on the fact that this was an Olympic sport many moons ago. So when it was part of the Olympics between 1900 and 1920, who achieved the most medals in the tug of war? USA, Sweden, Belgium, or Great Britain? Number 4, which of these is the correct spelling of the winter sport? There you go, 4 different ways to spell skiing, but which of them is correct? There's no point in me trying to read them out because I'll just say the word skiing 4 times. Is it skiing, 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 or skiing? Number 5, name the sport pictured here. Number 6, Angel Stadium, Wrigley Field, and Fenway Park are all stadiums synonymous with which sport? Right, I will save that Just had a voice note. I will save that for when I go through the answers. Number 7, name the sport pictured here. Good evening, Ben. Number 8, in cricket, an over without runs being scored is called a what? Is it a damsel, maiden, lady, or mademoiselle? So in cricket, an over without runs being scored is called a what? Is it a damsel, a maiden, a lady, or a mademoiselle? Number 9, name the handheld device. My brother very kindly bought me the Lego version for Christmas, which I need to put up actually. It's downstairs on the side. Number 10, who is this? Round 2, science and nature for you. Number 1, what is the name of the famous game bird that can also find itself as famous in whiskey terms? So what is the name of the famous game bird that can also find itself as famous in whiskey terms? Number 2, what M is a neutral group of 2 or more atoms held together by chemical bonds? Just thought I'd take the final quiz of year 6 a little bit highbrow. I'm also confused as to where the pictures. Oh, you've just had 4 pictures, and I'm sitting. I've got a question about. Oh no, it's an unrelated zebra question. Right, okay. Number 4, which silvery white metallic element also shares its name with a 5-cent coin in USD? So what silvery white metallic element also shares its name with a 5-cent coin in USD? United States dollars, if you're not sure what USD stands for. Number 5, the first jet airliner, the de Havilland Comet, was introduced when? Was it 1932, 1942, 1952, or 1962? Oh no. Right. So I've got my Word doc with all the questions and everything open on my left-hand side, on my left-hand screen. I need to check this now. Because the answer to this question I have put on there is aeroplanes. I have put the right year in, okay. On my Word doc it just says da 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 da, and then the answer is airplanes. Not even spelt right, just airplanes. Number 6, in the internet acronym URL, what does the L stand for? Number 7, in technological time periods, what came next in this list? Industrial age, machine age, nuclear age, and then what? So in technological time periods, what came next in this list? Industrial age, machine age, nuclear age, then what? Number 8, what word is either a state of being free from prosecution or the body's ability to resist infections and diseases? So what word is either a state of being free from prosecution or the body's ability to resist infections and diseases? Number 9, name the animal type pictured here. And number 10, what is the name given to a substance that increases the rate of a chemical reaction? So what is the name given to a substance that increases the rate of a chemical reaction? Final round then, before I take a break. There's a lot of information on there, but that's for those who've got the quiz on mute. So it's last letter, first letter. So the last letter of answer 1 is the first letter of answer 2, and so on. So the last letter, I haven't put last in. Last letter of answer 1, first letter of answer 2, and so on. Each answer is a country, and each has 3 clues: a TripAdvisor traveler's choice, the capital city of said country, and a feature on the flag. It could be something that's on the flag, it could be the colours of the flag, it could be, as you'll see with number 1, something completely different. Okay, so last letter, first letter. Here is your first one. So the traveller's choice is Ecotrax, the capital city is Suava, and the feature on the flag is the Union flag. So part of the flag of this country has the Union flag. If you have no idea from this one, which unless you know, you might know the capital. I'm not on screen. That would help. There we go. Yeah, so you might not know the capital. Well, you might know the capital, and then thereby you will know the country. But if you don't, the last letter of this, sorry, the first, you know what I mean. Here's number 2. The Blue Lagoon, Reykjavik, and Red Cross. So there's a red cross on the flag. So name the country. As I go through these, I am triple checking again. I know I've got them all right, because it took me a while to put these together. Because there's a lot of countries that obviously begin with A and begin and end with A, which would have made it really, really boring very quickly. Number 3, Legoland, Copenhagen, and the White Cross on the flag. So Legoland is the traveller's choice, Copenhagen the capital city, and a white cross appears on the flag. So name the country. So the last letter of this will be the first letter of your next country, which can be this. Diani Beach. The capital is Nairobi, and on the flag it has a Maasai shield. So the traveller's choice is Diani Beach, the capital is Nairobi, and on the flag it features a Maasai shield. Number 5, the traveller's choice is the Old City. The capital city is Baku, and featuring on the flag is a crescent and star. A star, single crescent, single star. You'll see why in a minute. I've made it more specific. Train. Number 6, Mount Florian. Mount Florian and the funicular. I knew I was getting there somewhere. Mount Florian and the funicular. Oslo is the capital, and it features a blue cross on its flag. Number 7, Sira Castle is the traveller's choice. The capital city is Sanaa, and featuring on the flag, the colours are red, white, and black. So Sira Castle is the traveller's choice. Sanaa is the capital city, and red, white, and black is the colours on the flag. I'd like to play these style of rounds because if I don't know, like, I probably wouldn't have a clue because I'm not great with capital cities, but I could probably work it out if I've got the letters either side of it. Which, if you're not sure on this one, this might help. Number 8, Molen van Sloten is the traveller's choice. Amsterdam is the capital, and the flag features red, white, and blue. By the way, these countries are all from the UN countries list, and I have taken the names that were on the UN countries list website as well, just to clarify. Number 9, Marina Bay is the traveller's choice. Tampines is the largest planning area, because the name of the capital city of this place is also the name of the country, and that would have just been giving it away. So Marina Bay is the traveller's choice. Tampines is the largest planning area, and on the flag it features a crescent and 5 stars. Yeah, I kind of got to the first letter of this one and went, oh, that's a great sort of country to put in. Put in number 10, and then when I was doing the research to build the questions, realised that the capital city is the same as the country. And I thought, I'm not giving you that. And your final one, number 10, Valley of the Kings is a traveller's choice selection. Cairo is the capital city, and Golden Eagle of Saladin is on the flag. So there we go. That's your first 30 questions then this evening. They are up now on the hub, which I think some of you might need a bit of time on those in the break, just maybe to see them a little bit more in sort of at your own pace. But they're up now on quizhub.co.uk, or you can scan the QR code on screen now. It'll take you to the recap menu. Click on today's date, 19th of March. Underneath today's video, you will see part 1. Click on that, 011479, 011479 is the code you need, which will give you access to the first part of the quiz this evening. And as I said at the start of the quiz, while you're there, if you've got a quiz question that you might like to feature in next week's quiz, just quizhub.co.uk/anniversary. I'll mention it a couple of times as well. But yeah, quizhub.co.uk/anniversary while you're there. And because you won't be able to find it on any of the menus. I didn't build it into the menu, which was a bit of an oversight. But anyway, so yeah, quizhub.co.uk/anniversary if you want to submit a question for next week. Right, I'm going to take 5 minutes out, let you have some thinking time on those, and when I come back, we'll go through those first 30 answers. See you very soon. It's thinking about it. Let me hit. Hang on. Let me try again. Oh, there we go. Right, answers coming up in a moment's time, so make sure you've got those final 30 written down ready, or those first 30 written down ready to go. Shortly, we'll be hearing from our regular enunciator. I know pronouncing is like enunciation. Are we calling you? I'm trying to think what to call you, like, and make you sound really, really, really brilliant, Ben. Is it enunciator? Articulator? Well, we'll be hearing from Ben shortly anyway, as he's got some pronunciations for me for one of the questions. Remember as well, so I'll open the YouTube live chat. So I don't have, for those of you, if you're new around here, I don't have the YouTube live chat open during the quiz. I open it twice. I open it at the end of the first 30 first 30 answers. So share your scores in when I tell you to. After I've gone through those first 30 answers, I'll say share your answers now. But when you share your answers, do stick a name or a team name or anything like that. You know, don't just rely on because I don't know whether what I get on my screen for usernames is what matches what you guys have got. So yeah, do when you put your scores in there, put a name in, put a team name in, put a hello to someone in there. It's the perfect time to do it. So yeah, make sure you stick those in. I'll tell you when to do that in just a moment's time. I prefer the term pronouncer dude. All right, we'll go with that. Fair enough. Pronouncer dude it is. We shall be hearing shortly from our pronouncer dude. Right, let's give you those first 30 answers. I need to find your pronunciation first before I do anything else. Where are you? You're all the way up here somewhere. There it is. Right, sport and leisure was your first round this evening. Let's get that to there. Okay, here we go. Number one. In the Tour de France, a rider wearing the polka dot jersey means that they are the king of the mountains. I don't think the others are actually called King of the Road, King of the Speed, or King of Young Riders. I don't think any of those are actually a thing. Number two, in which pastime would... No, I'm not going there. Number two, in which pastime would you use techniques like throwing, hand building, wedging, and glazing and use a firing oven called a kiln? It is pottery. Number three, when it was a part of the Olympics between 1900 and 1920, who achieved the most medals in tug of war? It was Great Britain, and I've got it here somewhere. I think I put it there. 5 medals in total: 2 gold, 2 silver, and 1 bronze as well. Great Britain were the king of tug of war in the early 1900s. Number four, which of these is the correct spelling of the winter sport? Your 4 options were...
skiing, 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 skiing.
Thank you very much to our pronouncer dude. The correct though spelling is skiing. It's S-K-I-I-N-G. S-K-I-I-N-G. Oh, well, he's changed his mind. He now wants the orator. Or word jockey. Okay. You decide and let me know. Number 5, name the sport that is archery. Number 6, Angel Stadium, Wrigley Field, and Fenway Park are all stadiums synonymous with baseball. Number 7, name the sport that is javelin. Number 8, in cricket, an over without runs being scored is called a maiden. Number 9, name the handheld device that is a Game Boy. And number 10, who is this? That is Dame Sarah Story. Round 2, Science and Nature. Number 1, what is the name of the famous game bird that can also find itself as famous in whiskey terms? It's a grouse. Number 2, what M is a neutral group of 2 or more atoms held together by chemical bonds? It's a molecule. Number 3, what can be hammerhead, basking lemon, and zebra? They are sharks. Shark bait. Ooh ha ha. Number 4, what silvery white metallic element also shares its name with a 5-cent coin in the US? It's a nickel. Number 5, the first jet airliner, the de Havilland Comet, was introduced in 1952. Number 6, in the internet acronym URL, what does the L stand for? It is locator. Number 7, in technological time periods, what came next in this list? Industrial, machine, nuclear, and then space age. Baby shark. Doo, 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 doo. Sorry, Tristan's put a gif of baby shark in. So. Number 8, what word is either a state of being free from prosecution or the body's ability to resist infections and diseases? It is immunity. Number 9, name the animal type. It is a meerkat. So Colin sat at the bar at the White Regis Social Club and has the famous grouse whiskey right in his eye line. I mean, I would assume you knew the answer to that question anyway, but that would have been a massive help. Number 10, what is the name given to a substance that increases the rate of a chemical reaction? It is catalyst. So round 3 was your last letter, first letter. Number 1, Ecotrack's Suva and Union flag is Fiji. Take the I from the end and it will give you the first letter of number 2, Blue Lagoon, Reykjavik, and a red cross on the flag is Iceland. Number 3, Legoland, Copenhagen, and White Cross is Denmark. Take the K from Denmark. Number 4, Diani Beach, Nairobi, and a Maasai shield is Kenya. Is it me? Does shield look like... This just doesn't look like it's spelt right, shield. And I've done that 3 times tonight already, looking at it on my Word doc, looking at it on screen, and now looking at it on there again. It just doesn't look like it's spelt right. I know it is, but it just doesn't look right. Number 5, the old city, Baku, and Crescent and Star is Azerbaijan. It isn't spelt right. I didn't think it was spelt right. Thanks. Cheers, Jan and Richard. Yeah, it's the I before the E, not the E before the I. I knew it was wrong. It's not flagged up on my Word doc, which is weird. Number 6, Mount Floyen and the Funicular, Oslo and Blue Cross. It is Norway. Number 7, Sira Castle, Sanaa and Red, White and Black is Yemen. Number 8, Mollen van Sloten, Amsterdam, Red, White and Blue is the Netherlands. Number 9, Marina Bay, Tampines, which is the largest planning area, and a crescent and 5 stars is Singapore, because the capital is just Singapore. And number 10, Valley of the Kings, Cairo, Golden Eagle of Saladin, it is Egypt. So, tot your scores up. How are you getting on so far? 30 points available. I will open the YouTube live chat on my end in just a moment's time. It's already open for you because you can use it all the way through the quiz. But from my eye line, it will be open again in just a moment's time. So stick your scores in, stick a name in, stick a team name in, whatever, you know, as long as it's not offensive. If it's offensive, I obviously will not read it out. But yeah, stick your scores in. Let me know how you are getting on. Still to come, connections, which is your connections tonight. I do like your connections tonight. I really do. It's going to annoy some of you. There is going to be some of you who probably get this quite quickly, and there is going to be some of you that when I give you the answer will be launching stuff in my direction at the screen. I can feel it already. And general knowledge as well. 10 random questions to finish off the quiz this evening. Right, let's have a look what we've got coming through. Irene with 30 out of 30. BT and JT with 25. There's a few high scores. Ian Richardson with 30 out of 30. 28 for Sesame Street. 27 for Ian Miller and family. JH with 28. Ali Henry with 28. The Brenchley Bunch of Roger and Kaz with 25. Nala's Numpties 28 for them so far this evening. 27 for Denise. The Carrot Crunchers with 28. Paul Delve with 28. 12 for Claire. 26 for Kerry and Paul. The Brigham family with 26. 22 for Dan and Louis, 27 for K and L, for Kieran and Lorna, I've just clocked the username, 28 for Julie and Jean, 27 for Marie, 28 for Ian, Sue and Jill, 27 for M&M, working my way back up, Stewie with 27, 27 for Martin and Carlin, in the White Regis Social Club, the scores here, 8. I'm assuming that was R, but you've been sat there staring at whiskey for a while, Colin. 24, 24, and Colin with 23. Tristan with 26. 23 for Ben and Vicky. 22 for the Romans. 26 for Liz the day before. That's your age as well, isn't it, Liz? Plus a few more VAT moments. 22 for Irene. 26 for Simeon. 26 for Nick. 27 for Paul and Roxy. 29 for Steve and Helen. 28 for Gary and Tamara, 28 for Jan and Richard, and 22 for Sam as well. 25 for Blair, Phil, and I saw a birthday shout out somewhere. There we go. Happy birthday to Rachel for her birthday quizzing this evening. So happy birthday to you. Right, let's roll into round 4. There might be more coming through, but I've turned it off because I need to move on with the quiz. This is a great thing. I get loads of scores coming through, which is nice. Don't be offended because I've got to move on with the quiz. Getting quicker. Round 4 is your connection round. As always, 9 questions. Question number 10. What links the 9 answers together? I'm really pleased with this one. Here's number 1. What was the name of Sean Williamson's character in the TV show EastEnders? So what was the name of Sean Williamson's character in the TV show EastEnders? Just the first name. I was not being cheeky in any way, shape, or form, Liz. I was saying that you are 26 years old plus VAT, which I didn't specify how big the VAT was. I'm 44 in 3 weeks. I'm feeling every one of those years at the moment. Number 2, what number comes after hi to signify a celebratory greeting or hand movement? What number comes after hi to signify a celebratory greeting or hand movement? Number 3, what is the name of the US's largest department store chain that hosts an annual Thanksgiving Day parade in New York? I will see this in person one day. I watch it every year on live streams. I will eventually see it in person. Number 4, what does a zebra and a Start again. What does a zebra and a crossing have that a leopard not have? Don't overthink it. I really should have changed this, but yeah. No. Number 5. What first name is shared by actor Dean, director Cameron, and fictional spy Bond? So what first name is shared by actor Dean, director Cameron, and fictional spy Bond? Yes. Number 6, complete the phrase that indicates quite clear instructions. To put it quite what? So complete the phrase that indicates quite clear instructions. To put it quite what? No, it clears in the question, so that rules that one out. Begins with S. For those of you who don't have me on mute, begins with S, just for any plausible doubt, because nothing else fits with the connection anyway. But just to be clear, begins with the letter S. Number 7, according to the title of Adele's 2011 song, she was rolling in the what? So according to the title of Adele's 2011 song, she was rolling in the what? Ooh. Thank you to Jan and Richard. Got it. Clever. I'm assuming you meant the connection round was clever, or you were... I mean, I'm quite happy with you saying that you're very clever because you've got it quite early on, but either way. In the words of Bon Jovi, Hayley, you're halfway there. Number 8, what is the name given to the 7th day of the week as a day of rest and worship in some religions? So what is the name given to the 7th day of the week as a day of rest and worship in some religions? True. I did once investigate if I could do a live streamed quiz on the longest train journey from Penzance all the way up into Scotland, but yeah, they said no. Number 9, a total of 24 hours is called a single what? Just a simple one to finish off. A total of 24 hours is called a single what? And as always, question 10, what links the 9 answers together? Wi-Fi on that train line is terrible. Yeah, I mean, the idea that I pitched was that we'd take over one carriage and you could only book a ticket between like stations, so that they sort of changed over basically every, so different people were able to play the quiz then basically, but we'd also try and live stream it as well, and I was told quite bluntly no. Oh, it was quite a clever idea doing a live quiz on a train, but there you go. Right, 10 random questions then to finish off this evening, starting with this for number 1. In which movie does the principal vehicle have the number plate Ecto-1? So in which movie does the principal vehicle have the number plate Ecto-1? Number 2, name the country from the flag. As if you hadn't had enough flags this evening, here's another one for you. Number 3, name the flower. Number 4, the Master System, the Mega Drive, and the Dreamcast were games consoles from which company? Oh, I thought I changed this question, and I'm really annoyed at myself now. Anyway, number 5. Which iconic bridge can be found just outside the Tower of London? Thought I changed this. It was on my to-do list to change it. I'm being called some quite offensive names in our Patreon Discord server this evening because the pennies just dropped on the connection round. Number 6. What is the name of the Scottish motorway that connects Glasgow with Edinburgh? So what is the name of the Scottish motorway that connects Glasgow with Edinburgh? Number 7. Who is this? Number 8. Name the app pictured here. Number 9. Which movie franchise features a talking donkey, a grumpy ogre, and many nursery and fairy tale characters? And your final question tonight, number 10. What is the name of this building that the rather large arrow is pointing at? Because there are multiple buildings in that shot. And no, wrong one. That one. That one. That one. There we go. Yeah, there's multiple buildings there, but it's the big one that the big arrow is pointing at. Although now I'm looking at it, that doesn't look like the actual building I wanted the answer to. Okay, it is. Just must be heavily out of perspective. It is. Must be from a different angle. Right, that's your final 20 questions then this evening. How do you think you did? Well, we'll find out together in a few moments' time. So if you want to recap those, head on over now, scan the QR code again, or head on over to quizhub.co.uk. And the code you need is on screen now, 023698, 023698. That'll be on in the break for you as well. Right, I will see you in 5 with the answers. just explaining to my friend Haley how the connection round works this evening, and probably one of the greatest messages Haley has ever sent me is it really does help if you get the answers right, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, it does. Yeah. If you've got 9 completely different answers, then you're not going to get anywhere near not going to get anywhere near the connection. But yeah, it does occasionally help. But right, answers then coming up in just a moment's time. I'm due to be live on Saturday night. There should still be a quiz. However, I am filling a skip with I'm sorting out my garden, starting on it tomorrow. Because I've got all my work done this week, apart from a few hours in the morning. And then I'm starting to fill a skip tomorrow and most of Saturday before going live Saturday night. So there should be a quiz, providing I haven't done anything serious, like damage to myself, which there is every possibility between now and Saturday night. So yeah. I'm live on Saturday night. The final JDQ of the week is tomorrow. Started on Wednesday with JDQ, looking at the first ever quiz. So I've broken the first ever quiz down over 7 days of JDQ. That continues tomorrow. So there you go. If you play JDQ, you've got a hint where to look for the answers for JDQ for the next few. They're all in that first ever quiz. And I know some people have been going back to watch it because my views have jumped up on the first ever quiz. Because I get a breakdown of what, like, top 10 sort of most watched videos at the moment, and the first ever quiz has jumped into the top 10 again. So I know some of you who play JDQ have been going back to watch the first ever quiz. So, but yeah. Anyway, right, let's give you the answers to your final 20 questions this evening. See how you did with your connection this evening as well. Number 1, what was the name of Sean Williamson's character in the TV show EastEnders? It's Barry. Number 2, what number comes after high to signify a celebratory greeting or hand movement? It is 5. High 5. Number 3, what is the name of the US's largest department store chain that hosts the annual Thanksgiving Day parade in New York? It's Macy's. Number 4, what does a zebra and a crossing have that a leopard not have? It is stripes. Number 5, what first name is shared by actor Dean, director Cameron, and fictional spy Bond? James Bond. It is James. Number 6, complete the phrase that indicates quite clear instructions. To put it quite simply, I got a screenshot from my moderator who's watching the YouTube live chat, said that there's a possibility that a B does fit with the connection. If it does, it's one that I've overlooked. That's fine, you can have the point. But I didn't think there was another one, to be honest. But if there is, then that's fine. Number 7, according to the title of Adele's 2011 song, she was rolling in the deep. Number 8, what is the name given to the 7th day of the week as a day of rest and worship in some religions? It's the Sabbath. Number 9, a total of 24 hours in a year is called a single day. And so what links your 9 answers together? And I quite liked this. Band or singer names minus their colours. So you have got Barry White, Maroon 5, Macy Gray, the White Stripes, James Brown, Simply Red, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, and Green Day. I quite enjoyed that, I'll be honest. Well done if you got that this evening. A few people haven't enjoyed that. General knowledge number 1, in which movie does the principal vehicle have the number plate Ecto-1? It's Ghostbusters. Who are you going to call? Number 2, name the country. That is Cameroon. Number 3, name the flower. That is sunflowers. Number 4, the Master System, the Mega Drive, and the Dreamcast were games consoles from which company? It is Sega. Number 5, which iconic bridge can be found just outside the Tower of London? It is Tower Bridge. That is the worst question I think I may have ever written, and it was on my to-do list to change it, and I've obviously forgotten my to-do list. Number 6, what is the name of the Scottish motorway that connects Glasgow with Edinburgh? It is the M8. The Muck motorway was the highlight of answers that I was given. I think that was from Ben. There we go. Number 7. Who is this? That is James Nesbitt. Number 8. Name the app. That is WhatsApp. Number 9. Which movie franchise features a talking donkey, a grumpy ogre, and many nursery and fairy tale characters? It is Shrek. Finally, number 10. What is the name of this building? And that is the Space Needle. Which, from that angle, all of a sudden, when I saw it on screen, it didn't look like the Space Needle I thought it was, but it is the genuine Space Needle. Right, total your scores up. How have you got on this evening? Your tiebreaker question is not what I thought it was. Flip, and you need a tiebreaker because you... I know. I'm just going to have... Oh, flip. Go back. I'm just going to have to go with this, and I can't change it, so it's going to give you a hint for one of the JDQ ones next week, but there's not a lot I can do because it's the only one I've got to the top of my head. So how long in miles is the M6 is your tiebreaker question now for this evening. And the only reason I had that is because it was in my head for this morning's for BBC Radio Lancashire. As always, nearest to it gets the point if you're playing competitively. If you're adding your score to the global leaderboard of Quiz Hub, it is the difference between your answer and the correct one. Scores very quickly while you have anything on that. BT and JT with 41, 44 for Kerry and Paul. The Brenchley bunch with Roger and Kaz with 41. Claire with 23, 48 for Ian Richardson, Denise with 43, a full house for Irene Thompson, well done to you, 45 for Ali, 46 for the Glorious Goodwins, 45 for Ian Miller and family, 48 for Paul Delve, 46 for Sesame Street, 46 for Joshua, 47 for Marie, Nala's Numpties with 45. So your answer then to this, get the cursor off screen, it is 232. It's 232.2 to be really precise, but 232 rounded down. Is your answer to your tiebreaker question. Over in our Patreon Discord server, we've got 44 for Nick, 41 for Sam, 43 for Tristan, 46 for Jan and Richard, 44 for Stewie, 42 for Blair, Phil, Roxy and Paul with 46, Simeon with 46, Gary and Tamara 47, the Wrongans with 37, 44 for Liz. Happy birthday again to you, Liz. Irene with 39, Stephen, Helen 45, Martin and Carlin 43. 40 for the orator, he's changed his name. 40 for the orator and Vicky as well. And in the White Ridges Social Club, we've got 38, 42 and Colin with 40 as well. That then is it for me this evening. So if you're not joining me, I'm live on Saturday night, but if you are not joining me on Saturday, next Thursday, we will celebrate the end of 6 years and start year 7 of quizzing. It's the 6-year anniversary quiz next Thursday night, written by some of you lovely people. I will curate it. I will go through. So if you do want to get involved, if you want to submit your questions that might have the chance of being on screen and read out next week, quizhub.co.uk/anniversary. Is the place to find the form to fill in to send me your questions for next week. That is it from me. I will see some of you on Saturday. For the rest of you, I will see you next week as we start year 7. I'll see you all soon. As always from me, take care.